Hey guys, welcome back to one of my videos. I got Orangey as a co-host. I was trying to get this camera angle to look more like InfoWars, but that's kind of how it goes. Is that right, Orangey? Just give me a minute. I think I can make the camera a little lower. Make the table visible. Perfect. Almost. Yep, just gonna be setting up the camera angle for a new topic video. Ain't that right, Orangey? Man, it hasn't been in the video for, I think, a little bit. Freaking cheekbones are visible. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about a certain someone I used to consecutively watch. That's why this video is gonna be a little easier than some other videos, cause it's a guy named Hunter Avallone. Yeah, you get it. He hasn't watched him at all because he doesn't watch YouTube. He just lays right in front of my bed in his retirement spot. I got another body pillow, but I don't think he's a guy. But let's get to the topic at hand. So Hunter Avallone's channel actually started, I think, in 2015 or 2016. At first, it started more as like just basically those trendy videos of 2015 where you have random top 10s or top top 5s and stuff. It's like what your parents think if you were I don't know, I barely remember it. But in 2016, he basically rerouted his channel to a more political direction, like I did after like 8 months. And so he did that in 2016, and he basically took his Republican. That's what he says. He was more right wing at the time. He basically had he started making videos about the whole SJW crowd and those people, the left wing at the time. At that time, they were kind of just there, just existing. And he'd make videos about them, and they were actually very entertaining. They were decently made, they were pretty good videos. And he basically did a bunch of commentary. He actually put in some evidence, and he's also got a bit of jokes in there, what I tried doing. And the fact that when I went political, I sounded like a guy who was raving lunatic. But in 2017, he kind of went the same way, but it was like different. Like it was like the 2016 content, but way better. Donald Trump became president. He started making more videos, public freakouts, SJW stuff, yada yada yada, and he just proved a lot of them wrong. He also got a couple other characters like a teddy bear he named Teddy, where he would be a sidekick and be like, "Ain't that right, Teddy?" And they would just roast the crap out of him. That man had no chill. He also made a couple other characters which didn't stick. He did that like in 2018 or 2019. Yeah, I didn't really like that one. I know it's your first time hearing about it, idiot. Yeah, but other than that, my dad just came home from work. But as on to that, so in 2017, he started building up his content. He looked back on himself, was like, wow, I was kind of cringy. But that was in the span of 2 years. I did it in 3 years. So he basically just had the same type of content. Sometimes it was semi-different. It was actually pretty good too. I think that was like the golden of the right-wing YouTuber content. But then 2018 came around, and was that the year? No, it was another year. And he basically was on the last year of his prime content. That's when the character skits came along, and the queer kids show was a thing, and he mocked the crap out of that like 30 times. Hey, that was so freaking good. I actually saw. So I remember when that thing literally like I forgot what that show was called. Have you heard of it? Let's just say a query kid show. It was something like that, and it was like aimed at 3-year-olds. Hey, when that thing literally just failed, I was so happy. When you do, but he never heard of it. I think I just woke him up. Never mind, it's fine. So in 2019, he kind of did a little bit of a change with his channel. I was kind of thinking this would be a longer video, but I'm not exactly the best at editing, right? He started getting more on the trace of Onision and all the other pedophiles. He kind of, no man, that was 2019. And he started basically saying he was more center, like libertarian. He started going away from the right. Yeah, he started going away from the right. Trying to figure out how it works on the camera. I don't know if it might mirror it, so I'm going to look like a retard. But he started basically critiquing himself at his older content. I'm like, wow, sounds like a pretty good thing. You hear the videos that he did where he looked back on an old self like before 2020, and in 2019, I think he was like about to go a little bit further left leaning, but this is where all them controversies about him came through, and it didn't really seem so good at all. It just kind of seemed like his channel was going to keep going on this decline and decline. There was less skits and jokes. Some of the jokes he made kind of remind me of SNL, which I really did not like to hear about. The jokes were like terrible. He started getting onto a bit, and then I think he made a couple videos that just turned me off from his content. It was like late 2019. Last time I checked was 2021, so yeah, it was a bit. So after a bit, he started making more very sus content. Yeah, I know it's from Among Us. Shut up, kid. And he started making very odd content. It was like more left leanings apparently. He made this one video I checked out like last year, which was like the right eats itself. I'm like, okay. In 2020, he just kind of fell off the freaking map for me. He was no longer the good YouTuber he used to freaking be because his quality went straight down to the ground. His politics didn't make sense, and he's actually, from what I heard, he's actually contradicting himself a lot. He's got into a bunch of scandals, and I don't know how many subs he's freaking lost. That's like a lot. That's kind of a rip in the chat. I think I'll probably like take a glance at his channel, but it is not the way. It's not the wave, bud. It is not the way it used to be. Yeah, freaking last year I checked it out. It was like freaking I think it was August I checked it. Yeah, I checked there and I was like, well, that's kind of odd. Cause how I see it, I'm just thinking this content's complete garbage. It's kind of got more of that left leaning feel if you see his freaking images that he puts as his thumbnails. I try being a little comedic with mine. Sometimes they're straightforward. Sometimes I do a really good job editing, and my forehead hurts. But from what I've heard from Hunter Avallone, he went from like basically one of the funniest YouTubers on the right wing and my fifth run to basically one of the biggest idiots on the platform. Now, as you'll excuse me, we'll go in the video here. It's 7 minutes. I kind of was expecting this to be 14 plus, but I guess we didn't have much to talk about. Maybe I'll do this video later in a couple years. Just be like, have videos and just edit. Also, I don't have an editing software and I don't even use a PC. I just use my phone. Hey, that's why I got a tripod. Ain't that right, bud? Yeah, my brother broke my last one. I hope you have a good day, and this is going to be the second video of today. And y'all are getting a double whammy. I hope y'all actually you write down in the comments what videos you want to see, because I'm usually out of ideas. It's not how like I was in my prime where I could just keep pumping out content, know what to do each day. I'm kind of on the downhill. Oh, I look freaking weird.